Saturday Showdown. PRX 대 광동 트릭스.
And they're back on it. They are hovering it once again, and it will be locked in. We do get Kassadin.
You know, we said before, this is kind of going to have to be a win early, win hard game. I feel like that's just been amped up to 11. Or actually amped up to 16, I would say, with the Kassadin being locked in.
And it looks like we are just about ready to hop onto the Rift for game number 1. So let's do it for Gen.G versus Nongshim.
Gen.G, 하나, 둘, 셋. Gen.G fighting! Yay.
Nongshim, 하나, 둘, 셋. Nongshim fighting!
Yeah.
Despite what some people believe, there is still a game to be played, and they certainly have that work out. Because Questorado is one of the best diving duos, like early levels. We've seen it 2-man dive early, but actually Sylvie being challenged here by Paze.
Yeah, Paze is level 1, still has a root on level 1 as the Q is going to land and misses, as Sylvie does dodge that, but he does still have to flash away.
You know, there was a possibility to counter gank in that situation. Now he is looking mid on Call Me.
Yeah, he's got to get that stun down with the Unraveled Earth, but this is just going to help out Chovy. Not going to secure a kill or anything like that. Eliminated to the tower, as this is going to go the way of Canyon and Paze. But Lehens is not having a fun time, and Sylvie's going to pick up an early Infernal Drake for this comp, which is going to feel very nice. And Nongshim should be pretty happy about their early start in this game. As here we go, we got level 6 from Call Me. He's going to try to Abyssal dive out of this one as the Seismic Shove will land, and now Lehens is in a ton of trouble as First Blood should go over to the side of Nongshim. Who will they give the kill to? Okay, they did it. They finally did it. Jiwoo will pick up the First Blood.
It's kind of worrying already for Nongshim. They need the mid game to be really crisp in this one.
Trying to engage here on a Canyon. They do have an immense amount of CC, but they are going into the enemy jungle here. Chovy not going to be able to help out too much as now Canyon also electing not to flash, and this time he will get away, unlike Lehens earlier on. Helps that he is Lee Sin, of course, is on a Hex Drinker and behind 25 CS. Is not a good feel, as Canyon is also here, shadowing for the lane that is winning early on. And Sylvia is also trying to help out here, but he's taking a huge amount of damage. Magnustorm does come in. The double Q3 on the Canyon, and Keen is going to push them away. But again, it doesn't really do too much damage at the end of the day.
It would have been a pretty great play, but it doesn't happen here.
Yeah, a little gank from Peter as the ult is going to come through. Lehens taking a huge amount of damage from this Callista, even the Grey Health. Oh, he is actually going to get away as now the root comes down onto Peter. Paze trying to threaten this one. But yeah, just going to survive. Just barely a pretty close trade down in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Chovy now level 11, got his rower completed. Oh.
All right, nice little knock-up, but we do have the Devour here as it might be a little bit of trouble here for Lehens, but he's got so many shields with the Senna and the top Kench himself, and he will just survive. And this setup, we have like flanking on flanking, where Chovy's on the bottom side trying to flank, but also Dundun's on the top side trying to flank. They are going to turn onto this one. The Weaver's Wall does come down. Sylvie not finding an engage, though, is Keen with the Equalizer. They're running into the enemy jungle, and the damage from this Equalizer is just gigantic as they are burning them to a crisp. Down will go Canyon, but you can see that Gen.G does have the advantage in this place. So many low health bars on the side of Nongshim as in goes Lehens under the turret. What are you doing, my guy? Maybe just trying to bait them in, and that he will, as Chovy's going to pick up an extra kill on the backside of this fight, and Gen.G should be able to take down the Dragon as well. I mean, what are you going to do? It's like they're invulnerable in some of these fights, and we saw the Magnustorm used just desperately for kind of like a defensive purpose to try to peel, and that's not the angle you're going to look for as Canyon goes in. The Equalizer good once again, burning down Sylvie, and Call Me, look at the damage. It is insane. You can see already the range advantage going pretty well. This is going to be a very nice combo coming in from the side of Nongshim, but do they have the follow-up is always the question. Keen in a lot of trouble as now the Weaver's Wall does come down, and Call Me just going to execute him in front of them. Dundum also on the flank here, as yes, the Dragon will go the way of Gen.G, but see just how far away these guys can survive for, as Canyon's just going to hit the turret and accept his fate. Does not have a safeguard. Might be a bit of a last-ditch effort. Let's see how it does go. They have the Rel at least in terms of looking for flips. And you know what? Gen.G a little bit sluggish to get in here, but finally they do get on top of Call Me in that backline, but the damage is being done here to this Baron. But look at the kick into the Equalizer and the steal insult to injury as Gen.G, as a team this time, will burn them to a crisp. And that might just be a clean ace if Chovy can catch up to this Renata, which seems quite likely at this point. He's prepped the blade, as there it will be. And there is the ace, as also Chovy, not quite yet level 16, but good enough. Well, Dindin might need it here, as he is trying to hit some sweet spots. The time that he rift walked on top of them, he did hit him.
Still going.
But, yeah, you're not catching it. It's not happening, guys.
It's so ridiculous. It's so. How many did he use there? I didn't actually keep count, but it must have been like 8 or something.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take a look.
Okay.
Just watch the arc cooldown.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh.
We don't get a full count. I think it might
You
have
were
been
counting so well,
I think
Hawks.
it might have been 11. I've been practicing. I think it might have been 11 in total. So I think he used 2 more to get away after that.
Oh, that equalizer. That is a good amount of poke already onto that back line. Canyon just trying to be zoned away, but yeah, Sylvie doesn't get to play the game, neither does Call Me, as they are just getting the tutorial victory. They're taking out all of the inhibitors.
Yeah, kind of death by 1,000 cuts or death by 1,000 rift walks.
Yeah, and walks as well.
Yeah, and walks.
Game, yeah.
Footsteps. Yeah, nothing really Nongshim could do from here.
Aatrox has looked so incredibly powerful in so many of our games here on 14-4.
Not this one.
It just looks so sad. You put the chains on the Cassidy and he just rift walks out of it. It's like, man, I used to be a champion. I used to matter. He doesn't at this point in time. Poor Aatrox is, yep, they're going to get it done. Chovy just full-time rift walking into the back line as the seismic shove is not going to hit him, and that is going to be the end of the game. Gen.G take down game number 1, and then there was the time they grouped up in mid and kind of got caught out. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a big enough cut. It wasn't a big enough swing in favor of Nongshim to really get them into a controlling position to not allow Gen.G to scale. So what did Gen.G do? They scale.